never change my voice. I'm very proud of myself. God has triumphed me over the world. And there's no viable counterargument. When they presented their arguments, I struck it down with my argument. When I said, present your counterargument if you have one, they're quiet, tail tucked. There's nothing they could say. People who love to talk up a storm, there's nothing they could say. People who are quick to try to argue with people, there was nothing they could say. Nothing. Isaiah 24, the earth sinks, never to rise again. It's the rebellion, right? So heavy upon it is the guilt of their rebellion, that it sinks never to rise again. Revelation 12, Satan is hurled to the earth that sinks. It's like an abyss, right? A never-ending abyss. It just keeps sinking lower and lower. And to the essence of the earth, one day when the physical planet is destroyed, the essence of it keeps sinking. Now, if on a fluke this physical planet isn't destroyed one day, and if the planet lasts forever, which is doubtful, but maybe it will, it still sinks forever because it's the principles. Right? What victory is there for a planet that's in rebellion? So Satan and his angels were hurled to the earth for their rebellion. And the earth sinks never rise again because so heavy upon it is the guilt of its rebellion. Right? It's Babylonian rebellion, it's global rebellion. All the nations haven't failed. So when you think about them trying to flex their so-called power, it's quite laughable, I assure you. They have the power to starve people to death, so what? If a little kid started burning ants with a magnifying glass, right, would you think that kid is powerful? What if that kid is a grown man and they should be doing things that are much more respectable than that? So it is with Satan and his angels and the people who worship the devil. The things they're doing are pathetic. You're just another rich punk? Like, are you kidding? You think that makes you powerful? You think that you should magically tell me what to do? You know how fucking stupid that is. Literally, now let this soak in for a minute. Literally, there are retards who can beat them at a debate on whether or not they should try to tell me what to do. There are literally retards who can beat those evil retards in the governing class who order people to try to get me to conform, who order people to persecute me, on a debate on whether or not they should persecute me and whether or not they should try to get me to conform. Now imagine how great the gap is. The Bible is right to say, if you boast in the Lord, not being in some who persecutes Jesus because they're not smart enough. They're not smart enough. They're not decent. They're not powerful enough. They don't have the brain power. It's called brain power. It's called what? Brain power. They don't have the spiritual power. You could take somebody who's spiritual and mess up their brain all day. They still have more spiritual power than you. The soul is more than the body. The soul isn't the body. But these people don't have a decent soul, and they don't have the brain power to not be a bitch. To not be a jealous, sniveling, whimpering, pitiful, punk-ass bitch. As these words that will never be wiped away sink into the spiritual realm, they sink into the essence of the earth and the inhabitants of the earth and the essence of their offspring and the essence of them. They have no viable counter-argument for the fact that I have triumphed. They won't publicly debate me anywhere on the planet because they're afraid to look like the idiots that they would look like. Which is such a thing as possible is worse than the idiots that they look like now. And my victory and I will reign forever and ever. And the smoke of their torment and failure will rise forever and ever, but not to my throne. I'll see them, but I'll be very comfortable, very relaxed, yet at times angry as I cook the souls of rebels and their offspring. And this isn't some kind of, speculation or something. This is open and shut. No matter how you slice it, in some shape or form, this is the reality of the situation. This is the nature of reality. And some blind fool was like an animal. How do you know this? I know this on a level that transcends science. That same level that I beat all of you people where it matters most, in the debate, in my martial art challenge, where it matters most, on the things that matter most. That's how I know. Satan and his angels weren't powerful enough to beat me at my martial art challenge, so they started doing bitch shit. They weren't powerful enough to beat me at a debate that reflects whose life path is superior, what option not only is greater, but what option is greater for them as well. And they chose to ride bitch. They chose to ride bitch in the devil's vehicle. Instead of, say, if they're a beautiful woman, riding in the passenger seat with Jesus. Woe, have they been defeated.